D2 Word Life here with Rip. Excuse me, Tides. Are you literally saying excuse me? And I think we said it at the same time because I said Rip, excuse me, Tides. Like, what? And right when I said excuse me, I think you said it at the same time.
Yes.
Either way, that's funny, but
if you guys remember who said that and also said it again last night.
Oh God, I really don't. I got flashbacks when I heard that shit. And
remember the cringe.
Just think, we still got classic pay-per-view reviews from that time period we got to go over.
Oh, I know.
Making me cringe even more. Hearing the old Vicky Guerrero, excuse me, stint. All right. But yeah, what an intro to this. This was already, but today we are reviewing Evolution 2025, which took place on July 13th, 2025, which was a Sunday, which is really weird for a pay-per-view to be on a Sunday because they're usually done on Saturdays, but that's for a good reason, which I'll get into here in a little bit. Well, I'm talking about single-day pay-per-views now.
SummerSlam.
I'm talking about single-day shows, not two-day shows in the modern era. But anyway, I'll touch on the reason why here afterwards, after I do this and give this information out. This event took place in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena, with the commentators being Wade Barrett and your boy Michael Cole.
No, it's your boy Michael Cole.
And the ring announcer was Alicia Taylor. Now, this show usually would be on a Saturday night. More than likely it would have been. But we have to cover this first. We have to touch on this.
Lillian Garcia had throat issues. That's why she had to pull out.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, the reason why the show wasn't on the traditional Saturday night like it usually would be is because the night prior on July 12th, we had Saturday night's main event. And, well, here are the results to it. Saturday night's main event, freaking Randy Orton defeated Drew McIntyre, and this was pretty much done to set up that celebrity tag match for SummerSlam, where we'll have Randy Orton and Jelly Roll against Drew McIntyre and your boy Logan Paul.
No, we're going to have RK Roll and your boys, the Scottish fuckers.
That, for a second, I thought you were going to say the Scottish Psycho Prime, but okay.
Well, yeah, over to the Scottish Psycho Prime.
which I know by feedback from it, not everyone likes because, celebrities' involvement, but I really don't care. They're gonna literally take this from our fucking review of WWE. Looks at it like, oh, that's a good tag team name, Psycho Prime. I'm like, where's my royalty? But yeah, I know a lot of people don't like the celebrity involvement for this tag match, and yeah, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre probably deserve to be in better main event tier matches, but you got to realize celebrity involvement in WWE dates all the way back to the first WrestleMania, so I'm not really bothered by it.
I'm not bothered. Well, that's because freaking Drew McIntyre was trying to punk out Jelly Roll, so was Logan fucking Paul.
Yep. And then,
as you guys know, I am very enthused that he's in WWE.
Yeah, and then following
that. No, not really.
Yeah, and then following that on Saturday night's main event, freaking Naomi and Jade Cargill got into a big ass brawl, which resulted in the GM of SmackDown coming out and announcing that during the No Holds Barred match, the special referee will be Bianca Belair. Yeah, Bianca Belair was.
I had a feeling that you guys are going to do this. He's going to be a no-hold-barred cage match.
Yep.
And there was no fucking cage.
He was an old bored freaking special guest ref. Special guest referee was Bianca Belair, which, yeah, Bianca Belair, she's a fair impartial. There's no controversy when she's a ref. I mean, it's not like
the other Earl Hebner. So she's another Earl Hebner.
I mean, it's not like her bad officiating led to a triple threat match at WrestleMania or anything like that. Am I right?
So she's another Earl Hebner. Okay.
Then following that, Solo Sikoa defeated Jimmy Uso to retain the United States Championship. That was predictable. Ultimately, I think Solo Sikoa is going to face off against Jacob Fatu in a rematch for that championship at SummerSlam. At least I think that's where they're going with it. Right? And then here's a scary match of the night. LA Knight defeated Seth Rollins, but yeah, Seth Rollins, as we know, got injured. I think he jammed his knee or tore his ACL or something happened to where he's going to be on the show for a while. That sucks. Am I right?
Well, he went to the doctors today.
Yeah. And, of course, the main event for Saturday night's main event was Gunther defeating Goldberg in Goldberg's last match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship, something that I predicted that you kept fighting me on.
Go fuck yourself, 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 go fuck yourself with Gunther.
Never doubt
fucking
me.
Gunther, dick riding ass, coattail sucking bitch.
It's like, never doubt me.
I doubt everyone. I don't trust anyone.
And then when this result happens that I predicted, you feel like a fool for arguing with me.
No, I still think Gunther should have lost.
But either way, that's all controversy. I mean, despite the obvious outcome, the thing that really stung is Goldberg was about to do like his retirement speech, and then the feed got cut, and a lot of people were ticked off about that. You know what I'm saying?
And then you being a fucking bitch ass fucking just made it me like, oh, Bret Hart. Power switch. Fuck you, Goldberg!
Fuck you, Bill Goldberg. Click, snap. Snip, snip. Right?
Yes.
And if you know, you know, and if you don't worry about it. Right?
It's because Goldberg ended Bret Hart's career.
And we still got to review that event. God damn, that's going to be a crap event to review knowing what happened. But anyway, they did their little... But anyway, Joe Tessitore and Stephanie McMahon were the hosts for this Evolution event. And, you know, they did their little, show intro video package. And then after introducing the crowd to Evolution, which this was an all-women's pay-per-view, just like the first one was back in 2018. This event unofficially is called Evolution 2, or Evolution 2025. The event started with, and they got the event started off proper with Becky Lynch defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria and Bayley in a triple threat match to start the show, right?
Which I think it should have just been Bayley versus Becky, but...
And we know the backstory to this one. Bayley had a one-on-one match with Becky Lynch, which Lyra Valkyria freaking interfered in, causing a DQ win for Becky Lynch, thus screwing Bayley out of the title. And then Bayley and Lyra Valkyria had a match to determine number one contender, which that went to a double countout or a no contest on Raw recently, which made this a triple threat for the championship. Right?
Yes.
I remember, and I just think it's funny at first, first part of the match, freaking Lynch and it's like Lynch and freaking Bayley freaking double team Valkyria a little bit at the start, knocking her out of the ring. And then Lynch was trying to pose with the freaking four horsewomen symbol, being like, yeah, remember the good old days? Right?
Yeah.
Which Bayley freaking put it up a little bit before just going back to pounding freaking Lynch in, or beating down Lynch here. Right?
Yeah.
And of course, at one point, freaking Lynch performed the manhandle slam on Valkyria, but Bailey broke up the pin attempt at a 2 count. Which then freaking Bailey then responded a little bit later with Bailey performing that Bailey to belly on Lynch, which Valkyria broke up. Right? So it was kind of back and forth. No one had the advantage. It could have gone either way, to be honest. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even at one point shortly after all that, another pin was broken up, this time when Bailey broke up a pin attempt on Valkyria after Valkyria performed a Nightwing on Lynch, but that came to no avail. And of course, the ending to the match, I thought it was creative. Bailey nailed the Rose Plant onto Valkyria, but before she could even get the pin, friggin' Becky Lynch came in and nailed the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment on Bailey, the surprise roll-up to get the 3 count and win the match, thus retaining the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yes.
Besides that, is there any other spots that stood out to you besides what I mentioned that you remember from this match?
Becky was on offense most of it.
Yeah, because she was a slimy heel going in. Freaking, she had an issue with both Valkyria and Bailey had an issue with her in recent weeks. So, of course, she'd be the prime target in this match. Right?
Yeah.
But in the end, Becky Lynch freaking got the win. By all heels mean, not even with her finisher, and she escaped with the title. Oh, and can I point out something real quick? You know what sounds stupid? Becky Hogan. Fucking hate that shit. I seen that sign in the crowd. I'm like, really? Really? You think she's going to go around and say, that doesn't work for me, brother? I don't think so. Right?
Yes.
That's an unfair comparison. If Becky Lynch was really acting like Hulk Hogan right now, she'd be in the world title picture, not the Intercontinental title picture. Like, what? I'm pretty sure you noticed that sign in the crowd, too.
It's Becky Hogan.
Yeah, I bet you noticed that crowd in the sign, too, didn't you?
You mean the sign in the crowd, not the crown in the sign?
Or the sign in the crowd, too. Jeez. It's funny. I can't talk most of the time, and yet I'm doing reviews every week. What the heck's wrong with me? So, yeah, your thoughts on this triple threat match with Becky Lynch retaining here?
It was good.
I thought it was a good way.
It was a banger-up opener.
Yeah, I thought it was a good way to open up this match. I didn't really expect too many surprise or title changes, but we'll get to one later on that happened. Out of left field. But we go on to the next match, and, I don't really watch. I'm making a confession right now. I don't really follow NXT or watch NXT. But this one was all right for what it was, and it was the NXT Women's Championship match with JC Jane with Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix.
Fallon
Henry and Jasmine Nix. I probably butchered the hell out of those names. I'm not good with names. And she was defending against Jordan Grace with Blake Monroe. What? Yeah, she was.
You heard me.
Yeah, well, whatever. JC Jane was defending against the NXT Women's title against Jordan Grace with Blake Monroe in her corner. I guess Blake Monroe recently debuted for NXT this past week during their Great American Bash show. I'm guessing
Saturday.
Back on Saturday. At least I think with the story that was being told, right?
Yeah, she calls Jordan Grace Muscle Muffin.
And of course, anyone who knows Jordan Grace knows that she was a former TNA Knockouts champion. Three-time Knockouts TNA Women's Knockout champion recently.
Yes. And the winner of this event was going on to Slammiversary, which is this week.
Yeah.
to face off the NXT Women's title versus the TNA Women's Knockout title.
Yep.
Title for title.
And of course, throughout the match, freaking, it was interference heavy here. It's like Henley and Nix freaking attacked Grace while the referee was distracted a couple times. And of course,
Yes.
Jane then performed Jane later on performed the middle rope neck breaker for a 2 count. Right?
Yep.
And then after some back and forth, not even really getting that big of an advantage from what I've seen. It's like freaking Jane freaking had the NXT chip, got the NXT championship in her hands here. And of course, Grace then rolled up Jane for another 2 count. And then Henley distracted the referee. And then as this was going on, Monroe on the outside freaking was taking out both both Henley and Nix outside.
Yes.
And then Monroe had the championship in her hand out there being like, yep. It's like, yep, now that you don't have this weapon, I am in control of it now, right?
Yes.
And while freaking Grace was being whipped against the ropes, freaking Monroe decided to strike Grace with a championship belt instead.
Yep.
Which allowed freaking Jane to pin Grace after a rolling encore to retain the championship. And then afterwards, Blake Monroe got into the ring and just handed the championship back to JC Jane and then walked off. Pretty much turning heel in the process.
Yep.
And I'm just thinking and I was watching this and I'm just thinking to myself, I don't watch NXT that often, but even I saw that heel turn coming when she picked up the belt. I'm like, okay, she's going to nail freaking goddamn Grace with it. Yep, there you go. Right?
Well, everyone saw it when she didn't drop the title.
So yeah, your thoughts on this one?
It was good. Could it have been better? Yes.
So yeah, I
Did
thought it was.
Monroe have to be a bitch about it? No.
For me, I thought it was okay for what it was, but you know, it felt more on average. And it was really interference distraction heavy. And I'm just like, who booked this crap? But okay.
Vince Russo.
Yeah, who's letting Vince Russo book this shit? It's because of his booking why WCW died over 2 decades ago. But yeah, I think afterwards that's when they showed some of the women legends that were in the crowd, including your favorite one. Excuse me.
No, it's your favorite woman.
We all know you were the big Vicky Guerrero fanboy.
Nope, 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 and nope.
Fine, you say nope a bunch of times. Here's my response. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, I'm done. But anyway, after they do some shots of the legends there that were in the crowd, including your woman, Vicky Guerrero, freaking we go to our Fatal 4-Way match for the Women's Tag Team Championships, which let's face it, does anyone really care about the Women's Tag Team titles out there these days?
Yes.
But anyway, the Judgment Day, Women's Tag Team Champions of Judgment Day, which is Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, who's Liv Morgan's replacement, because Liv Morgan got injured a number of weeks ago, right?
Yes.
They were defending the Women's Tag Team titles against the Kabuki Warriors, which is Asuka and Kairi Sane, Sol Ruka and Zaria from NXT. I'm bad with names.
Zarya and Rhea Ripley are from the same fucking hometown in Australia.
That doesn't mean I can pronounce their damn name correctly. Shut it.
It's Zarya.
And whatever. And the 4 team in this was a team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. As we remember, they are not friends. Dude, I'm gonna get a couple. I want those fucking shirts that says "We are not friends." Just give you one of them. Be like, "We're not friends. We're just business associates."
Yes.
Oh yeah, and the thing about it is, at one point in this matchup, Charlotte Flair got the tag in and was cleaning house. And the thing that kind of threw me off guard is that the fans were actually cheering for Charlotte Flair here. And I'm like, okay, I know I haven't been watching SmackDown because, well, I just haven't, but freaking that kind of threw me off, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not used to hearing Charlotte Flair get cheered, but Flair then performed a spear on Perez for a 2 count, and there was a bunch of action later on. Freaking Rodriguez powerbomb Bliss into Asuka and Zayn. I thought that was a crazy spot. But, this match was fast-paced. It really wasn't a whole bunch of, advantages to either team here. But in the end, freaking Rodriguez then performed she performed her finisher, the Tahani Bomb, on Aruga.
Tahana Bomb, not Tahani.
Tahana Bomb, whatever. On Sol Riga, and she pinned Riga to retain the women's tag titles after a wild match.
And they actually have the shirts on WWEshop.com right now that literally says, "We're not friends, allies of convenience."
That's it. I'm going on there and I'm buying 10 of them.
For $35.
It's like, yeah, I'll buy 10 of them. I'll just give them to you and anyone else I do freaking YouTube videos with. We're not friends. We're allies.
We're allies of convenience.
Yeah, that's funny. But anyway, your thoughts on this?
It just really has Charlotte's icon and freaking Alexa Bliss's icon. Just even have a picture. It's just their icons.
That's freaking hilarious. So if I show up with your house and be like, here's a shirt. I think you know what it is.
Yes.
You'd be like, God damn it. Right?
Yes.
But anyway, that being beside the point, what was your thoughts on this four-way tag match?
For $130, you can get Alexa Bliss's Friends for Eternity.
Nope, not getting that shirt.
It's a jacket, not a shirt.
Oh, not getting that jacket. And even if she had a shirt that said that, I'd be like, not getting that shirt. Well, I don't claim anyone as my
Fiends. Friend. It just literally says Fiends, but it has the F, it has the R and the S written in.
Yeah, but anyway, going back to this four-way tag match, your thoughts on this four-way tag match?
It was a good match. Fucking Zarya speared Sol Ruka out of her fucking boots.
Oh yeah, and I just realized this right now. If I'm having trouble pronouncing their names now, when most, if not all of them, are called up to the main roster in like 5 years, if we're still doing these reviews, that's gonna be freaking hell on me. You'd be like, you better be watching them, boy, so you can actually pronounce their names correctly. Am I right?
Exactly.
Gotta get a talk for shit. But anyway, we go to our next matchup, which saw your woman Tiffany Stratton defend the WWE Women's Championship against WWE Hall of Famer and legend Trish Stratus.
Hell no, Tiffany Time is not my favorite. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you know,
that's
it's like,
because she's your favorite, buddy.
Yeah, and Tiffany Stratton's been the freaking women's champion since January. I know that, when she cashed in her Money in the Bank against Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus were actually involved in a tag team match, teaming with each other at Elimination Chamber back in March. But even I said it back then during that review, I'm like, I wasn't really into that match.
Uh-huh.
I remember saying that back then.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, during the course of the matchup, Stratton at one point tried to attempt the prettiest moonsault ever, but Stratus got her knees up blocking the move. And then Stratus performed the Stratusfaction, front Stratton for a 2 count. Oh yeah, and then I remember, I think Stratton tried to do a super Stratusfaction from the top rope, but that was reversed, so she ended up doing the Matrix, or not the Matrix, the one move where she freaking yanks the opponent off the corner with her legs. God, I'm drawing a blank on what that's really called. Shit. And I'm supposed to be the old school fan here? Fuck.
Monkey flip?
The monkey flip, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone's going to put in the comments what that move is that Trish does in the corner, right?
Well, Trish does a lot of shit.
Yep. But near the end of the match, Trish attempted to perform a moonsault on Stratton, but Stratton got her knees up. Friggin'
Trish Stratus also hit her with the chick kick.
Yeah, and that resulted in another 2 count, if I remember correctly. I'm like, there's a flashback move, right? Yes. But in the end, like I said, in the end, Stratton was down. Stratus went up to go hit the moonsault, but Stratton got her knees up, reversing the move. You can't fucking nail a moonsault on Stratton for shit. And freaking Stratton followed up by nailing Stratus with an Alabama slam, followed by the prettiest moonsault ever from the top rope to pin Stratus and retain the women's championship.
Can't get your words out without burping, eh, buddy?
Oh, shut the hell up. Maybe afterwards I should just do the Vicky Guerrero and say, "Excuse me." Would that be more appropriate for you? You have to point that shit out when we're talking about these matches. But anyway,
very much so.
But anyway, Mister, you gotta freaking have proper manners now when you're talking. What is your thoughts on this women's title match?
Words don't come easy for you, do they, buddy?
What?
I said words don't come to you easy, do they, buddy?
It's amazing that I passed English in high school, but that's beyond the point. Quit laughing at me. Sometimes I can't even fucking type shit right, and I'm missing a word or two. I have a fucking typo in there. You know that. What's your thoughts on the women's title match?
It was a good match.
Yeah, I thought it was all right for what it was.
Better matches? Yes.
Were you happy that your woman Tiffany Stratton won? Yes.
No, she's not my woman. She's yours.
I'd rather take Tiffany Stratton over Vicky Guerrero, asshole.
Well, we know you like both of them. You like Tiffy time and you like Cougar time.
Only one of those things is correct, and it's not Cougar time. That's you.
Nope.
Ugh. Anyway, I thought it was good for what it was, but next we talk about what I arguably say is the best brawl of the night, and that was the no holds barred match between Jade Cargill and Naomi with Bianca Belair as a special guest ref. Now, we know Bianca Belair is a fair referee. I mean, hell, back in freaking April, she did referee a women's world title match between freaking Rhea Ripley and Io Sky on Raw. Remember that one?
It's
Where,
Belair Hebner.
yeah, and Belair was eventually said fuck it and just made it a no contest. I remember that.
Yes.
And that's what caused that women's triple threat at WrestleMania. But this one, it's no holds barred, so obviously there'd be no controversial ending. Oh, I gotta say, freaking, Naomi's freaking outfit she wore out there during this show was creative. I liked the whole caution freaking attire mixed with razor blades. Looked at you going. And even freaking Wade Barrett on commentary was like, what kind of psycho puts razor blades on their attire? And I'm just thinking, Jesus Christ, man. Obviously, they're not real. They were fake. But obviously, but I thought that was kind of a cool look, right?
They were real. They were just dull.
Yeah, they were just dull. Like your love life. Like your love life, but that's beyond the point.
No, your love life is dull. Mine's more exciting.
Yours is non-existent right now.
So is yours, bitch.
Touche. And yes, that's because it's by choice, not force.
Oh no, you have a love life. You like to get dittied in duty.
Yeah, exactly, man. You suck. I don't need a partner if I keep getting screwed in these video games that we play all the time. Wait a minute. I forgot where we were. Wait, we're talking about the no holds barred match. Where did we go from talking about the no holds barred match to how much I get screwed in video games?
You're the one that brought it up, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and freaking, early on in this brawl, freaking Dominic Mysterio made an appearance when Jade Cargill placed a trash can on Naomi's head before kicking it. All right.
So could you say that Dominic was on top of Naomi?
Yeah, I know. That ain't going to make Roxanne Perez or Liv Morgan very happy.
Did you think that Jimmy would appreciate that either?
Yeah, I don't think Jimmy would like that either. Of course, the scary part came when Naomi brought a freaking toolbox in the ring, attempted to choke Jade Cargill out with a chain, which that didn't really work out. And that ended up with Cargill tossing Naomi on the outside of the ring. And then Cargill took the freaking toolbox and attempted to throw it on Naomi on the outside of the ring, which thank God Naomi got out of the way. That could have been bad. Imagine the mark that was left by that toolbox or the damage it could have done. Right?
Well, Naomi was the one that introduced the toolbox.
I know, I mentioned that, but still. And of course, freaking Cargill got drop-kicked on the announcer's table. And in the course of being drop-kicked, she was down and out. She got drop-kicked into the side of the announcer's table, that was a malfunction there, and the freaking little, monitor down there sparked. Right? Like short-circuited. Yes. I'm just like, damn! What the fuck? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then near the end of the matchup, Naomi then struck freaking Cargill with a chair, which caused Cargill to fall backwards onto a table that was that was set up on the outside of the ring. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm not covering the whole matchup here. In the end, the last part of the matchup, Naomi was up on the middle rope. Cargill struck her with a chair, and then Cargill then performed the jaded from top rope through a table onto Naomi, and ended up hitting Naomi to win the match. And that was.
I also like the fact that Bianca fucking went to check on Jade Cargill every fucking 5 minutes when she was down on the ground.
Yeah, in hindsight, that did become a little bit distracting, though. Right? I must admit, but yeah, that was just based on some of the big. I was just touching up on some of the big spots in this matchup, but what are some other spots that stood out to you from this match, or your thoughts on this match in general?
A good match. Should it have been bloodier? Yes.
Yeah.
I needed sentence.
Hell.
I crave violence.
Yeah, well, do you need violence so bad that one of the competitors' friggin' pants starts splitting? If you know, you know. And that just means you're from our area, too. But anyway, this is a match I would recommend you go back to watch for yourself if you haven't watched this show already. But yeah, this match I thought was wild and chaotic for what it was. Both delivered, and yeah, it seemed like it was a little on the short side. But in that time, they told the story that they needed to tell, and well, there was a reason why this match was cut short. We'll get to that near the end of this show review. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then next we had the 20-woman battle royal, which the winner would receive a women's title match at the Clash in Paris show on August 31st, which yeah, we'll watch and cover as well. Yeah, it was just your typical battle royal, a lot of eliminations early on, right? Yeah, and I might as well just go over the competitors of the battle royal, which were
Nikki Bella.
Well, we had Nikki Bella in here. We had Tatum Paxley in here. Izzy Damon here.
Tatum Paxley.
Who cares? She was eliminated within the first 2 seconds. You think I care about her name pronunciation?
We had Izzy Dame.
Ivy Nile. Natalia, who never wins anything. Maxine Dupree.
Natalia and Maxine Dupree, which was funny as hell. Both of them did the worm backwards.
Yeah, that was an entertaining spot to see here. Candice LeRae was in it.
Natalia trying to do the worm was entertaining.
Yes.
Because he just flopped right on the people.
It's like Jada Barner was in here.
It kind of made it look like she was humping them.
Yes. Also, we had Jada Parker in here. It's like Kalani Jordan. Or Last Legend. She was a standout in this one. Women's U.S. champion Julia was in there. B-Fab, Meechin, Zelina Vega, Alba Fire, Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, Lola Vice.
Well, we had the secret Purvis, which was Alba Fire and Piper Niven.
Along with your woman, Chelsea Green.
No, it goes like, it's Chelsea Green.
We all know that was your pick to win this one. You were disappointed when she got eliminated.
That was you.
And of course, Last Legend from NXT, she actually stood out and was one of the dominant ones in this battle royal. Right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and I also loved how I also thought it was funny how Stephanie Vaquera performed the Devil's Kiss on the freaking dang Chelsea Green as well. Right before she got eliminated. That was freaking hilarious. Right?
Yes.
And of course, Kalani Jordan had the Kofi Kingston moment of the night in this battle royal. When she got thrown out, landed on the announce table, and then pretty much did a handstand and walk over back to the ring to avoid elimination.
Yeah, after Wade Barrett's like, this is where you study your Kofi Kingston tapes.
And of course, near the end, though, Last Legend eliminated Nikki Bella, who was in the process of trying to eliminate Nia Jax. And of course, Last Legend got the pop of the match when she actually lifted up Nia Jax in a body slam position. No one's ever done that. Right?
Yeah.
And eventually Legend and Vaquera was able to eliminate Jax. Right?
Yep.
And of course, the last two of this battle royal was Vaquera and Legend. who fought each other. Both of them went over the top rope onto the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring, which Valkyria got the advantage when she performed the Devil's Kiss on Legend, and then just dumped her off the ring apron to eliminate her as well. Thus meaning that Stephanie Valkyria was the number one contender, and will get a women's title match at Clash in Paris. Your thoughts on this freaking Battle Royal? To me, it felt like a typical Battle Royal, even though it did have some noteworthy spots in it. Right?
They clash at the castle, but they're not in Scotland, so they had to. They'll be in England, so.
They'll be in freaking France. They have it Clash in Paris, huh?
So they had to call it something else.
I would have just had the name be Clash at the Eiffel Tower, but okay. Or something like that, right?
I'll just call it the Clash.
Or the Clash, right? They just call it the Clash from now on, no matter where they're at. Outside the U.S. Just the Clash, right?
Yes.
But your thoughts on this one? I thought it was okay. It was a typical Battle Royal, as we say, but there was some highlights, but nothing to, like, get, ooh, this is the greatest moment of all time, or greatest Battle Royal of all time moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though, based on Last Legend's performance in this match, I think when she eventually makes her debut on the main roster, she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the women's division. With how big and powerful she is. Especially when she can easily lift Nia Jax to a body slam position. I'm like, she's freaking, she has freak strength. I mean, shit, put her on the main roster within the next year or two. She'd be a dominant force. You know what I'm saying?
Could she be part of Scott Steiner's Freakzillas?
Oh, maybe. And you know what's funny? Here's another thing that just ran through my mind after seeing Last Legend easily lift up Nia Jax and put her in the position to eliminate her. Is it bad that one of the things that went through my mind after seeing that was death by Snoo? For those of you who watch Futurama, you know why I say that.
Is it also bad that I kind of, with Last Legend, I kind of remembered Shaka Khan or Raka Khan, whatever the chick that was in JBL's stable with the Bashrooms.
Oh, phew. Yeah. It's like, yeah, man, Last Legend, she's freaking huge, powerful, strong. She ain't nobody to mess with. From what I got out of that Battle Royal last night on last night's Evolution show. Ugh. So, yeah, we go on to the main event now, which was for the Women's World Championship. Which was Women's World Champion Io Sky defending against Rhea Ripley, who, let's be honest, Rhea Ripley was our pick to win this match.
There
especially when they kept telling the story.
Going on with this match.
Which, the reason for it being, well, we always pick Rhea Ripley to win these ones. We're Rhea Ripley fans. I know, I get it. We're those type of nerds, but they also told the story of how, Rhea Ripley's never beaten Io Sky in a one-on-one match. Usually when they keep saying that, and that's the emphasis of the story, that just means it's going to be said person who keeps losing to their opponent all the time, they would actually get the win here. They keep pointing that up all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's another logical reasoning behind this. So yeah, this match was chaotic and wild, as you know. You still there, buddy?
I'm still here.
Yeah. You're just being quiet. Yeah.
Well, I can't be quiet while I'm scratching my head for a second?
I was thinking, oh God, did your shit get disconnected? I didn't even know, but oh well, whatever. Continuing on with this main event. Freaking Io Sky gained the upper hand, following a tornado DDT, a suicide dive, and a top rope drop kick, right? And then she performed a double knee smash on Rhea Ripley into the turnbuckles, which got her near fall.
The Meteora.
Yeah. And then Sky then attempted a moonsault, but Rhea Ripley countered it into a suplex. And then that led to Sky landing on her feet. Good agility and athleticism there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they said that they respected each other, and then they're like, now let's fight.
Sounds like...
Is this bad in my head? Right when Rhea Ripley said, "Oh, I respect you," and then Io's like, "I respect you too," and then Rhea's like, "Okay, let's fight," and then all of a sudden in my head, I'm like, "Round 2,
fight!" God damn it! Right?
Yes,
man, that would be like us doing a one-on-one, say at Call of Duty for our championship. And like, say, right in the middle of it, if the scores are still tied, I'd just be looking at you, be like, I respect you. And you're like, I respect you too. And I'm like, in that case, let's shoot each other continuously still. Right? Fight, right? Of course, later on, freaking Io Sky was trying to perform a moonsault, which Rhea Ripley prevented and followed that up by performing the Razor's Edge and a sit-out powerbomb for a 2 count. This match was wild at the beginning here in the ring.
In homage to Razor Ramon and to her terror twin.
Yep. Damian Priest. Yeah, and then Rhea Ripley attempted the U on Sky, but freaking Sky countered into a sleeper hold.
Go fuck yourself with that shit.
I have to at least once.
You don't have to. You just do it to be a dick.
It's not my fault you named your gamer tag after her finisher.
For her. I took it off a video game. Yeah, then later on, Sky went to the top rope, went for a drop kick on freaking Ripley, but Ripley ducked out of the way, and Sky ended up drop kicking the referee. The referee knocking her out of the ring, right? Yes.
And of course, then it was after that Rhea Ripley performed the Riptide, aka the U on Sky, and got a visual pinfall. Yeah, and then Rhea Ripley got the visual pinfall. There was no referee to count, so she was like, screw it.
Everyone counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I'm just like
6, 7, 8,
9, 10. And I'm like, yeah, everyone can count up until tomorrow, but this match would not be over still. Right? And then afterwards, freaking Rhea Ripley then performed the Razor's Edge powerbomb on Sky once again before those two decided to fight out into the crowd, with Ripley getting the upper hand out there. Sky freaking performed a crossbody on Ripley from like these box-like structures or, production crates, right? That actually looks scary, right? And they eventually fought back to the ringside area where Ripley sent Sky Rib first into the announcer's table, but the referee recovered, and Sky fought back. Actually, was able to perform the.
Got back in the ring.
Yes, they got back into the ring. Referee got back there.
After being laid out outside for 50 million years.
I wonder if the referee got the same referee training as the ref did as the same referee who officiated the Triple H Undertaker WrestleMania match from 17. The one who played dead for like 20 minutes. Right?
Or the one that got knocked the fuck out at Night of Champions and was still knocked the fuck out.
Yep. But anyway, back in the ring, Sky
But
was
no, she's not training for Charles Robinson.
yeah. But anyway, back in the ring, Sky performed the moonsault on to Ripley for a 2 count. That obviously frustrated her.
Yeah.
But then Rhea Ripley then fought back, got up, and both of them got up to the top rope where Rhea Ripley attempted to do the avalanche Riptide, or the avalanche U.
Fuck yourself.
But either way, Sky countered into a Spanish fly that looked impressive, right? And at this point, it was apropos. I'm like, I don't know who's going to win this one. Whoever wins deserves this victory because of how hard hitting and how they came at each other, how they beat the heck out of each other. I'd be like, my prediction be freaking damned. At this point, I didn't care who was going to win it between these two. But oh my, how the tides have turned. Because right after the Spanish Fly was performed, Naomi's music started playing. And then Naomi came rushing in with her Money in the Bank briefcase and had another referee. Which then it was announced that Naomi was... Yes. And then it was announced that Naomi was cashing in her Money in the Bank contract, making this match a triple threat, which then friggin' Naomi then sent Rhea Ripley into the ring post, and this was after she nailed Sky in the head with the briefcase. And then... Yeah,
because anything goes.
Yeah, and then Naomi then hit the split-legged moonsault on Io Sky to get the 3 count and win the Women's World title. Pretty much robbing the Women's World title in the process. Stealing it.
Yep.
And that's how... so that means the new Women's World Champion was Naomi, who got the last laugh in the end. Naomi may have gotten her ass kicked by Jade Cargill at the start of the show, but she got the last laugh as being a champion. For the Raw brand.
Naomi off of SmackDown is now on Raw.
So yeah, Naomi's now officially on Raw because she has the Raw Women's title.
Yep.
So, your thoughts on the match between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley that turned into a triple threat due to a cash-in?
It was a banger between the two of them, and then it just, to me, got convoluted when she fucking cashed in. Because everyone thought, oh, we're going to go see her cash in on Tiffany because of her feud with her. No.
But nope, it was a complete 180 when she decided to cash in on the Raw Women's World title instead.
It is.
Pretty much taking it away from Io Sky and Rhea Ripley in the process.
Yep.
And I'm just like, this opens a whole new door for potential feuds for Naomi with Io Sky and with Rhea Ripley in the near future. I thought that was a wild banger main event. Yes, I would have had the ending be different. I wouldn't have had a Money in the Bank cash in. I would have just saved that for Naomi to do on the Women's WWE Championship or Women's WWE title over on SmackDown. But, it is what it is. Shock value. I get this. I understand the shock value. Right? So I ain't going to take any points away for the cash in. You know what I'm saying? So here we go. Here's where we go to our rating system, which is what I call our favorite part of the review. Becky Lynch defeating Bayley and Lyra Valkyria in that triple threat match to retain the Women's Intercontinental Championship. I gave that one 4 out of 5.
5.
You gave it 5 out of 5?
Yes.
JC Jane defeating Jordynne Grace to retain the NXT Women's Championship. I gave that 3 3/4 out of 5.
4.
Despite the interference, you enjoyed it slightly more than I did. The Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez retain the Women's Tag Team Championships in that Fatal 4-Way match. I also gave 3 3/4 out of 5.
4.
Your woman, Tiffany Stratton, defeating Trish Stratus to retain the WWE Women's Championship. I gave that one 4.5 out of 5.
3.5.
I enjoyed it way more than you, apparently. Jade Cargill defeating Naomi in that no-holds-barred match with Bianca Belair as a special guest referee. I gave that one 4 3/4 out of 5.
5.
Yep. Stephanie Vicaire winning that number 1 contenders 20 women battle royal match. I gave that one 3.5 out of 5. 5. And of course, the main event where we saw Naomi defeat Io Sky and Rhea Ripley to win the women's world title after cashing in her Money in the Bank. I gave that one 5 out of 5.
2 ratings, a 5 out of 5, and a 1.
And for me, mostly the 5 out of 5 doesn't come from the cash in itself. It comes from the fight beforehand with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley just beating the heck out of each other.
The 5 out of 5 comes for the fucking brawl that they had, and the 1 comes from the fucking cash-in, because that was bullshit.
Yeah, I don't do 2 separate ratings, but if I was going to, I probably would have. I don't do 2 separate ratings when a cash-in is involved, unless it's a separate match completely. But in this case, it was made into a triple threat. But if I was going to do rate the Naomi cash-in alone, the last part of the match, I would have just rated that either 0 or just 0 or 0.5 out of 5, as in half a point. But, before that, the brawl between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley was the 5 out of 5 seller for me. So that being said, my final grade for Evolution 2 or Evolution 2025 is a solid B grade. Now, what would you grade this show?
I just said A.
Didn't hear you. So yeah, that's our thoughts. That's our review and our thoughts of Evolution 2025. Next week, or later on this week, I should say, I already revealed it during the TNA review that I uploaded, or the TNA Lockdown pay-per-view I uploaded. But for those who didn't watch that, our next classic pay-per-view review at the end of the week will be SummerSlam 2025. Or SummerSlam 2001. Goddamn, I'm already jumping ahead in the current pay-per-view timeline by saying that.
24 years too early for the one that you want.
I'm sorry, that's the next current pay-per-view review you're going to be doing in the beginning of August.
Too late, actually.
I meant we're doing freaking SummerSlam 2001. I'm already jumping ahead to the next current pay-per-view on this timeline, 2025 timeline we're doing. Yeah, that's 3 weeks away. There ain't no way we're reviewing that now. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's what I said. You're jumping 24 years too late there, buddy.
It's like, Jesus, we're a little bit too early for that. Our next pay-per-view is SummerSlam. Our next classic SummerSlam pay-per-view review will be 2001 SummerSlam, where we see Booker T versus The Rock for the WCW Championship, and we see Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. So yeah, so until then, we will talk to y'all later. Peace.